What's happening, gang? It's your boy Retro back again with another reaction video. Yeah. Today we got the 5 Fox News host Jessica Tarlov found herself in a bit of controversy once again, guys. After this one, I don't see how the news network won't consider firing her off the show. We got Jessica Tarlov left speechless after Charles Payne and a brutal takedown, guys. The other Fox News host, Charles Payne, got on her level after she had some very snobby remarks. Very excited to check out this clip, so I'm not going to do too much talking. We're going to get straight into the clip, guys, and I'll get my thoughts on the back end of the video, guys. So definitely stick around to the end so you guys can get my thoughts on the back end, guys. And also, so YouTube pushes this video out, make sure you guys stick around until the end. Well, let's get straight into it, guys. Before we even do that, though, make sure you guys smash that like button and also smash that subscribe button, guys. We're on the road to the truth. Hop aboard for the journey. Let's get into it, y'all.
Fox News is Charles Payne brings on the pain against snobby Biden defender Jessica Tarlov. Welcome to Doug in Exile. I'm Doug Tenaple. This is where the happy patriots are, my people. I'm here to encourage you. I'm here to inform you. And in the case of this video, we're here to have fun.
But he has an uncontrollable narcissism and rage about him when he feels insulted, and it's appealing to the base. Is that we love it. He's a counterpuncher. But you've now lost a general election. You've presided over the loss of the Republican Senate, the Republican House, the abortion. It's been on the ballot 7 times. Democrats have swept it in all of that, and he has not moderated at all. And frankly, I don't think it's in him for him to be able to do it for more than 20 minutes.
I don't know how much of it is just completely a construct of the news telling you what to think. That's how much gaslighting and brainwashing is going on by your entire culture, that cultural river that all of us have our boats floating down. Is Jessica Tarlov telling the truth, or is James Payne coming up here ready for a smackdown? Watch, we're just setting the stage.
Democrats demean MAGA voters. You talked about it with me today, saying that, it's just strange that they're talking about a group of voters like that.
Yeah, and I don't think it's narcissism. I think if you've lived in New York long enough, it's maybe a New York thing. Someone punches you, you punch him back harder. That's why I grew up in Harlem.
Not if the country's at stake, right?
He became president of the United States with that same personality.
Joe Biden and the people that talk about MAGA, they keep trying to say, oh, we're talking about the loony, crazy, far right. No, you're talking about half of America. It's becoming the entire Republican Party. That is the left. The Democrats hate half of America. They call half of America racist, stupid, the stinkies, the uneducated. We're, like working class people are to be dismissed. And we treat, university professors like royalty. The Bible, by the way, completely forbids us giving a preferred seat at the table to a rich man and then giving the bottom of the table to the poor underclass, which is what all of the left does because they're satanic.
I don't think that, listen, I think it's worse with Biden calling MAGA. Biden's anger and vitriol and hatred for MAGA is far more worse than President Trump's individual battles with someone who crosses him.
What Biden says against you and I, normal Americans, for being pro-family, for having a faith, the way he treats us like criminals, going after pro-life Catholics, going after military and saying they have a problem with racism and bringing in a Department of Equity and Inclusion into every branch of military. Payne is just saying there are worse things than Trump's coarseness against another opponent.
That is something that is really detrimental to this country, that the president of the United States despises half of the United States. President Biden, I said earlier today, about a week ago, I had a segment coming up, so I Googled Biden hates MAGA. Nothing but articles after articles after articles. He has expressed hatred for half of the country.
Who's writing those articles?
It doesn't matter. Look
it's
at
not.
him. Because the bottom line is he says it.
Now here, Jessica Tarlov cannot get a word in, but she's speechless. He said, look up the articles that Biden hates MAGA. And he said hundreds of articles come up. Jessica's response is, Who's writing those articles? Who do you think? A bunch of leftists hate MAGA. Look how Kamala Harris talks about pro-lifers, people who oppose abortion. She's trying to make you feel like you're just 10%. You're just a tiny, tiny percentage of people. Really, it's half of America thinks there should be a constitutional right for the unborn. In fact, it would be more if they were ever informed and allowed to actually see the procedure on TV. It'd probably be 90% pro-life in America. But of course, Democrats can't have that because they have to do all this gaslighting, brainwashing, cultural manipulation of you. Charles Payne is tired and done, and he is unleashing on them now.
He has vitriol for them, and so does MSNBC, and so does CNN, and so does the New York Times. They have vitriol for half of the nation. They don't look at them like fellow Americans, and it's unfortunate.
Jessica,
fellow Americans.
Here comes. Remember, she's a Democrat, so the Democrats all call the right, white people, racists. Here's Charles Payne, a black man, saying, you white Democrats, Jessica, call us MAGA racist.
They try to paint them as racist. That all the things that they do to their fellow Americans who simply want a safe home, a safe community, for their children to have prosperity. They want the same thing, but they demean them all the time. That's why I think Phillips was so intriguing, because he went to a rally to find out for himself. And guess what? Golly, these are some pretty cool people. They're just like us.
Of the Trump supporter that's being called MAGA and scum and dirty, he goes, these are some pretty cool people if you ever spend time with them. They're just like us. That's my observation too, by the way. You go to some honky-tonk here in Tennessee, and I meet all kinds of people. By the way, Democrats and Republicans, they vote all ways. But people who are truckers, school teachers, normal farmers, normal, some guy who owns a car dealership, they're pretty cool people.
That's completely fine. And I know that the lines have shifted dramatically, but Joe Biden's responsible for a lot of that. You say that he's demeaned half the country. First of all, it's 74 million people that voted for Donald Trump. And he is explicit every time he talks about the MAGA movement to say that this is a subsection of the Republican Party, which is borne out in elections when you see people voting against Donald Trump.
Jessica's trying to defend what Biden has said against MAGA. She's going, oh, no, he doesn't hate half of America. He just hates a subset of the Republican Party, the MAGA set. Trump is talking about uniting America. He has to be the president even of the Democrats. He has to be the president of everyone. Biden, it's clear how they treat those of us who disagree with them. Frankly, Biden, they want you in prison. They want you spied on. They want you unemployed. They want you unable to use a gas stove.
And this idea that
but what about the people voting for him? What about the people voting for him? He gives teleprompter speeches. I mean, you have to understand.
Yes, but he is talking about insurrectionists. No. Yes, he is.
No, dummy. He's not talking about insurrectionists. Americans who are for Trump now, Jessica is going to equate with being pro-insurrection. If you're for Trump and for whatever he was on January 6th, Jessica has lumped you in with the deplorables that are for an insurrection. Rachel Maddow does it. You see it on every network. They're making moral equivalence. Liking Trump is liking an insurrectionist. So now you are an insurrectionist.
If you get called regularly,
he's the
which
president
Democrats
of the United
do,
States.
thugs,
He's the commander-in-chief.
pedophiles.
I can actually back up both of those words that Democrats are called. It rightly fits the party if you look at what they do, what they actually support. That is, I'm not for an insurrection, neither is Trump in our party, but you actually are those two words with what your party believes.
Yo, there we have it, guys. Coming from our friend Doug in Exile. Definitely going to be sure to leave that original video link down in the description box below for those of you who want to go over there and check that out. Also, you guys to go over there and show our friend Doug some love. Wait a second, guys. Was that Was that Whoopi Goldberg in The View that we were watching? Was that Joy Behar or was that Jessica Tarlov on The Five, guys? That Trump derangement syndrome was off the charts in that clip we just seen right there, guys. She is pushing a narrative that is completely far-fetched and far out from reality, guys. Not really sure what world this lady Jessica Tarlov is living in. The whole panel disagreed with her throughout that whole segment. That was almost so hard to get. I was cringing in my seat. I could not. Every time she spoke, she made almost nothing but Trump deranged statements throughout that whole segment right there, if not all of them. Glad we've got America First, a MAGA movement patriots like Charles Payne laying down the pain on Miss Jessica Tarlov, bringing her back to reality a little bit. Telling her this is not how all, people who support Trump don't all look one way. They're all not vigilantes. The average Trump supporter is a lot friendlier than what you actually think. What your Trump derangement syndrome is not letting you see. You got blinders on, so there's no way that you're going to see that, the people who support the big bad orange guy, they've got to be, bad people also. There's no way you can support the big bad orange guy without being bad, right? If they would take off those Trump blinders for, 2 seconds, those Trump derangement syndrome blinders, then they would be able to see that these are, normal human beings, normal American citizens like you, or I would say like them, but I don't know if they want America First policy. It just seems like, those who stand against the MAGA movement and America First policies of Trump just seem like, what else do you want? You want America last. I mean, it's just that simple, guys. If you don't want America First policies, then what else? What are you aiming for? You're aiming, to bring the country down. You don't want secure borders. You don't want our country to be safe. You don't want to be able to bring your kids up and them to be able to live a happy and healthy life and, flourish. They don't want that. They want us to suffer and they want to bring the country into the ground. I didn't want to believe it at first. We seen that Biden clip where she was kind of trying to defend, Joe Biden and his, movement. He's so-called, I don't know if he has a movement, but she was trying to say that Biden has a secret movement no one knows about, but he has a movement. It's nowhere near the Make America Great Again movement, but it's a movement. I mean, come on, guys, cut the cheese. Biden has no movement. Jessica Tarlov is absolutely Trump deranged, guys. And we just had this clip to prove it, guys. This right here put on display Jessica Tarlov, what she actually thinks about Trump supporters. She thinks they're all insurrectionists. Everyone who is, in support of Trump is a vigilante, guys. You're extremists. These characters who possess that Trump derangement syndrome will say about anything to push that narrative and say that Trump is a bad guy. And Joe Biden is somehow going to, do a full, turn around and bring the country back to where it needs to be. Joe Biden's going to wake up his next term if we vote him back in. No, that's not the case, guys. No way, no how will that happen. This is very exciting to see, though. Charles Payne laying the smackdown on Jessica Tarlov. I don't know, guys. The way the panel was in disagreement with her right there, and she just looked so, just almost like she needed to be in the loony bin, right? I don't know, guys. She may be removed from the five here soon. Definitely hop in the comment section and let me know your thoughts. Are they going to remove Jessica Tarlov following her very, just Trump deranged syndrome comments? Or you guys think they're going to continue to let her, keep spewing these lies and these far left talking points out to the people on Fox News? Definitely hop in the comment section and let me know your thoughts, guys. And also make sure you guys smash that like button. Does not cost a thing. Hit that like button for your boy. Also hit that subscribe button, guys. We're on the road to the truth. Hop aboard for the journey. I'll catch you guys on the next one. We go.